Hi Taurus, here's your horoscope for March 2024, brought to you by planetswithin.com. I'm astrologer Joseph Anthony. Here we are, the year is moving right along, and this month is all about career. It's about reinventing yourself. It's about the future. It's about taking charge. It's about groups. It's about organizations. As we look at the general sun chart here, and this is a reading for anyone who has a rising sign in Taurus or is a sun sign Taurus. Again, this has to be a very general overview because I don't have everybody's birthday, and everyone's birthday and birth chart is different. So here we look at Venus is your ruler, and it's in Aquarius along with Mars and Pluto right there. So there's many changes on the horizon for many of you having to do with your career, your sense of purpose, where you want to be, the desire to move, the desire to be seen in a different way. This is going to be highlighted for most of the month. And so we also have, notice over here, we have 4 planets in Pisces, which has a lot to do with the future. It has a lot to do with acquaintances. It has a lot to do with hopes and wishes and dreams and visions. So as you can see, we're beginning the month with this desire or this doorway to focus on what it is you really want. Now, notice down here, Jupiter is still in your sign, and Uranus will definitely stay in your sign till about 2026. But with Jupiter in this first house, along with Uranus, this is motivating many of you to go in a new direction, to reinvent yourself, to change your appearance, to change how people see you. And this month is one of those months where you'll be seen in a different light. You need to take charge. You need to initiate some sort of action into some sort of change. And this is all going to be front and center. As you can see, most of the planets are on this side of the hemisphere, which has a lot to do with motivation and self. And so you're going to begin the month with this energy of career and organization. Then Venus and Mars will both make their way into the 11th house, where you'll be focusing on socializing and gatherings and getting together in groups and organizations and so on. And then, of course, we'll have the Sun and Mercury, which will leave Pisces and go into the 12th house of spirituality. So there's a lot of change on the horizon here, and it's almost as if the spiritual side of life is being amped up a little bit more, and you're preparing for something. You're preparing for a change. You're preparing. And so envision what you want. Go after it. Make it happen. Jupiter and Uranus are in your first house. Nothing to be afraid of. Just do it. Go do something different that you've wanted to do. And so see where it takes you. So this is the month where you start to make things happen. Okay, so let's take a closer look at the astrology. We have Mercury entering Aries. Now, this is on the 9th and the 10th, and there it is right there. Now, Mercury in Aries is very sharp, very quick-witted. Things come to mind very, very quickly. And Mercury in Aries in the 12th house is greater imagination, greater intuition, getting excited about things. The psychic ability will be stronger this month as well because of Mercury in Aries. Aries represents the self, so you're going to feel more self-motivated or self-conscious or self-realization, bring that self-realization to the forefront. And in the 12th house, it has definitely a doorway connection to the other realms of consciousness, which is the spiritual realm, which is non-physical. And so here we have this energy building up in the 12th house. And then later on in the month, we'll have the sun entering that part of the chart too. But it's really Mercury in Aries that is leading the way. So pay attention to those visions, those dreams, those feelings that you get, a hunch, because this may guide you in a new direction, and you may see things that you need to see about the near future. So it all begins with that Mercury in Mercury in Aries. Now, the new moon, also around the same time, is going to be in the 11th house. So this has a lot to do with the future. And this is because a new moon over the next couple of weeks in this part of your chart has got you going in a new direction, or you're meeting with new groups and organizations. You're meeting some new acquaintances, maybe spiritual ones. Maybe the visions are becoming more stronger, and you're seeing the future for what it is. Maybe you're dissolving some sort of relationship with an organization or a charity or something that's not working for you. But a new moon is inspiring you to change something about yourself. This new moon's going to be at 20 degrees. Uranus is at 19 degrees. Jupiter's at 13 degrees. So it's going to be making a favorable alignment to this first house. So maybe you're thinking about doing something in front of an audience or a group or a charity or an organization. Maybe you're meeting some new people all of a sudden out of nowhere. This is going to be inspiring right here. So this is giving you absolutely a new opportunity to present yourself, to motivate yourself, to create those ideas and to start implementing them. That's what it's going to do. So I encourage the visionary ability and the spiritual connection to be very important during this time. Now, Venus, your ruler, also enters Pisces on the 11th and 12th, right there. So now you got more help coming from Venus, your ruler in Pisces. So yes, this is about imagination, fantasy, about relationships. It can be very, unrealistic at times. But again, it's enhancing this desire to connect with people. Or groups or organizations or marketing or technology. This is the house that rules all that. But notice all the planets in there. Now Venus is in the picture. So meeting new people, absolutely. Thinking about relationships, absolutely. Thinking about the future, absolutely. Ways of making money, absolutely. This is all on the table here with Venus transiting through the 11th house. So by all means, if you have a product or a service that you need to get out to the public or to a group or an organization, I say take advantage of it and put it out there. See what happens. Could be very rewarding. You never know who will see it. Now, the sun enters Aries. Now we see a big change coming on the horizon here with the energy of the sun. So on the 19th, we have the sun right there, 19th and 20th, going into your 12th house. Now, this is pretty strong energy for the 12th house. And so it's like it's lighting a fire in this 12th house. So your imagination is definitely going to be very fertile. You'll be thinking about things, on a personal level. You'll feel more passionate about creativity on some level because the 12th house is a very creative doorway, the way the imagination is, getting lit up. And so this is going to really propel you even more in the direction that you feel that you have to go in. But in the 12th house, you may find yourself working from behind the scenes and putting things into motion or creating something, a project, or putting, the pieces of the puzzle together so that you could present it. Because let's face it, right after the Aries sun, we have the Taurus sun. And this is going to light up this first house of identity and self as we go into the second half of March. The second half of April. So it's going to be very important for you to prepare for whatever it is this month into the second half of April so that you could present it in the best light possible. So this all begins this month. We also have Mars entering Pisces as well on the 22nd and 23rd. So the motivation once again turns to spiritual matters and understanding things on a very emotional or sensitive placement, because look at all these planets in Pisces. Pisces is one of the most sensitive signs, and especially when we have 4 planets in that 11th house, meeting with spiritual people, meeting with religious leaders, meeting with organizations or groups that are healers. This is all part of this energy. And again, we're talking about the future. Mars in Pisces is very much a visionary and imagination. So as you can see here, a lot of imagination this month, a lot of desire to connect with a deeper level of energy. So one of the things I would suggest to many of you is if you like the water, spend some time by the water. We got 4 planets in Pisces. Pisces is a strong water sign. So enjoy the water or lake or river or bathtub or shower or whatever floats your boat. And so take advantage of this energy. Now, last but not least, we have the first eclipse of 2024. And this has to do with Libra right here, relationships. It's in your 6th house of health and service. So you're coming to some sort of realization about your work, your health, your daily routine. So things may begin to change around this time where your motivation definitely shifts. And so this is a doorway that's closing. And there'll be another doorway that's opening in the fall on October the 2nd, when the second eclipse in Libra will be a solar eclipse. So it opens up a doorway in the 6th house. So this is coming to realization about a relationship or a partnership or a connection with another, or changing up your routine. This could also represent a move, job change, a location change, a job location change, an actual physical move as well, because the moon is involved and that represents the foundation. Whatever it is for your birth chart, it'll be lit up there and you'll see it. But for whatever it is, it's going to be very important, and pay attention around this time that what is not working for you anymore. And so you can move in a new direction. All right. So there you have it, Taurus. Do the best you can. Realize who you really are, a spiritual being having a human experience. And have a great month. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.